For the third time, for AERO Gatineau, the Sunday Air Show is getting close to starting because today we're here, me and Zachary Brand, at AERO Gatineau 2025 for the Sunday Air Show of the week, the final air show of the year. And will me and Zachary ever get a chance to see Captain Katie Clapp and get an autograph? And will we be able to see a great static display? And will you find out of how it started, of how me and Zachary were sitting inside of a Snowbird cockpit with Captain Katie Clapp based at Ottawa, Ontario with her Snowbird jet? Find out in this exciting finale. And without further ado, let's enjoy the final display day of AERO Gatineau 2025. Welcome back to Gatineau, Quebec. For the third day that we have touched down in this great city for 2025, and we're here for the AERO Gatineau-Ottawa Airshow 2025, one of the biggest events of the year. A big static display on the ground as you've seen here, including almost every aircraft in Canadian service and other service, but we are here for the action in the air. So, it's me again from Stormy Super Madness. We got a lot of aircraft here at this air show, and I cannot wait to show you what's been going on for today's Sunday. Here's a look at the lineup. Wait for it. What's going on? He isn't doing anything.
Is Ken Hildebrandt, air show announcer from Abbotsford in British Columbia.
Okay.
And I am with my good friend Michel Benoit, and together we are excited to be telling you all about the great flying action we got in store for you this afternoon, starting actually this morning at about 11:30 a.m. with a couple of events. Then we'll do our opening ceremony, and then we'll be running all through the afternoon up until 4:30 this afternoon. Michel, how's your morning going so far?
Oh, le bonheur total, car écoutez, on a des conditions sensationnelles en cette troisième journée de AERO Gatineau 2025. Bonjour à tout le monde et tous les gens qui se joignent à nous maintenant. On a ouvert les portes il y a environ 30 minutes, donc il y a plein de gens qui ont déjà vu que le groupe Hercule peut être visité, le C-130 Hercule, et on a des Pilatus, des gens des chronos, plein de kiosques à voir, donc profitez-en au maximum, profitez de chaque minute de votre passage ici à l'aéroport exécutif de Gatineau-Ottawa dans le cadre de cette...
We start off with our yellow wings, a biplane and a single set plane wing. So, we got the yellow wings. Unfortunately, we do not have the Harvard for this year. It's on set display because the pilot was sick and not able to make it, sadly, but we still got two of these microfighter collections Snowbirds. They were used to train pilots for World War I. We start off with our yellow wings to start our airshow program. The yellow wings from the Vintage Wings of Canada. These are also known as the Yellow Wings of Canada, as we have two of these warbirds performing this year without the Harvard 4 like 2022, but unfortunately, due to the pilot having been sick for this airshow display, he was not able to fly his Harbor 4, so we carry with this two-ship display entertaining solo series. So let's enjoy this show.
AERO training aircraft, and this is a story that we're going to be telling you all throughout the day today. We've got trainer aircraft from the 19th to the Royal Canadian Air Force inventory. The Grop 2, brand spanking new, has that new airplane smell. So a little bit of a storyline going through our day here at day number 3 of the AERO Gatineau. Now folks, that airplane just passing by right now is known as the Cornell. Oui, le Cornell. There's a good look at the Fleet Prince flying by, known as the Fleet Model 16. It is the two-seat tandem training the trainer for the BCATP, and that is when the Cornell showed up. Dans le ciel, l'aérodrome de la démocratie. Voilà comment on a appelé ce grand plan de communauté. That proves to be a bit of a problem for training up here in Canada. We all know that we have lovely summers, but the winters are long, they're cold, and they didn't want to do the training in the open cockpit biplanes any longer, and that's why they looked to the Cornell to take over some of that flight.
Avec un appareil comme celui-là, pas vraiment parce que les performances n'étaient pas là, mais c'était surtout, et on le voit bien, l'habitacle ouvert, le cockpit ouvert. On a trouvé quelque chose pour être peut-être un peu plus à l'époque, parce qu'on opère à partir de 1943. Imaginez, là, on a deux appareils, deux avions jaunes dans le circuit, partout, à ciel, et c'est vraiment très rare que vous voyez ce que l'on a présentement devant nous. Deux appareils de ligne.
Two airliners in formation.
Pour vous aujourd'hui peut-être.
Are you seeing this, Grandma? That's
Alors que
awesome.
toujours devant nous, on a nos deux avions jaunes qui sont là, le Cornell et le Fleet Finch. Les ailes d'époque du Canada ne
They're
font
gone.
absolument voler. RMS
Let's watch as this aircraft gives us a wave in preparation to land.
Il va embarquer sur le train qui va faire la grande traversée jusqu'à Calgary. Et il effectue sa formation de base à la 32e école de formation de base de Hornet en Alberta. Donc, Archie, de fortune millions de dollars de valeur de ces appareils. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, on va atterrir au bercail, il va arriver tout doucement le Fleet Finch, alors que maintenant tourne en finale. Et comme l'expliquait Ken, présentement aujourd'hui, on a ce qu'on appelle le vent traversier. Le vent est carrément à 90 degrés venant du nord, ce qui oblige les pilotes à travailler, parce que, comme je le disais un peu plus tôt, ce qu'on veut, c'est atterrir le nez dans le vent. Ben là, le vent vient présenter des appareils qui sont des avions, comme je disais, inestimables. Mesdames et messieurs, maintenant, vous allez assister à une première. Durant une semaine, on aura un pilote qui va prendre sa retraite. Mais pour l'instant...
Next up is the CJ6 flown by Alexis from the flying display. The first display performed at a higher altitude with the CJ6A. This is one life opportunity for Alexis flying the Red Dragon in the sky. I was actually impressed that she did a nice high altitude display, so let's continue and enjoy her flying display. Piloted by Alexis. Alexi is just performing at a higher altitude, and later it's going to be happening again, later at a lower altitude.
That reverse half human eight, he's going to do the exact same thing in the opposite direction. Let's watch as he pulls up onto that 45-degree upline. He's got to watch his altitude very, very carefully because he doesn't want to bust that 800-foot hard deck at the bottom of this maneuver. There's a picture right there with the moon in the background as Alexei comes through the bottom side of that reverse half Cuban 8. And he's just getting started. He's got lots of airspeed again as he flies down the show line. Airspeed, or looking for the smash he needs in order to perform this next maneuver. He'd go up into that beautiful, beautiful sky we have over the Gatineau Airport. Floating over the top, and now he pulls again and completes the rest of that beautiful Barnstormers loop. And if he was flying a competition of aerobatic, when Dan for Canada flies it in our afternoon air show. All right, up into the sky, he's going to go through 5/8 of a loop. He's going to choose that 45-degree downline. Now he rolls the airplane upright. Let's continue to follow the airplane as he carves a great big figure 8 lying on its side. We call this the Cuban 8, a maneuver that was invented quite by accident. An American pilot who had connections to the Cuban Air Force wanted to perform a loop with multiple snap rolls at the top of that.
Regardez bien, 4 fois, on arrête carrément.
The 4-point roll.
Exactement le tonneau et en 4.
A 4-point roll. 1.
Barrel roll.
A barrel roll.
That's right, I like to call it the kegger roll because we all know that keggers have more fun than six-packs.
Now for the final pass, the photo pass.
After his performance today, Alexei will be at the Air Transat recruitment booth located right here at the Gatineau Airport. What a beautiful, beautiful pass. Dan, we're going to check in with you. And after that very fantastic air show performance again, appearing for the very first time, his very first air show weekend.
Oui, Alexis, dimanche bonjour, mesdames et messieurs qui nous regardent. Et on va vous demander quelque chose.
Coming up next is the SC-7 Skyvan taking off with the Skyhawks on board, ready for their national anthem opening ceremony and Skyhawks demonstration. Now, for this Skyvan, it's taking off now because the Skyhawks are on board. It's time for the next display to entertain us, and it's the Canadian Armed Forces Skyhawks parachute team. Now, since the Skyhawks have jumped out of their Skyvan, it's now time for each national anthem of their opening flag ceremony, which is the national anthem of the United States and the national anthem of Canada. Now time for Canada.
first parachutist coming to land, please give it up for our solo flag and Canadian team. S'il vous plaît, applaudissez notre Canadienne.
After that beautiful opening flag ceremony, it's time for the Skyhawks parachute team demonstration. Their full parachute demonstration after the opening ceremony. And we would like to take this opportunity to mention that 2026, not only is it the 55th anniversary of the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, but it's also the 55th anniversary of the Canadian Armed Forces Skyhawks. And we will be celebrating that all year, especially when they come once again to 2026 AERO Gatineau Airshow. So let's watch their full demonstration of 2025.
Butterfly, one last time, just above the ground, reversing their course towards the landing area. Breaking apart just above the ground, coming in for the landing. Please give it up for our aerobatic team. On the bottom, that's Master Corporal Jasmine Jock deploying smoke and flipping completely upside down. Imagine what it feels like to be dragged through the air, upside down. Piloting that formation on top is Sergeant Brennan Jones, breaking away now. An infantry here with the 3rd Battalion, Royal Canadian Regiment. The 2 jumpers remaining towards the ground at 55 miles an hour. The speed highlighted excellently by the smoke trailing behind them as they break apart. That other jumper is Corporal Pablo Ayala Rios from Toronto, Ontario, a combat engineer with the 32nd Combat Engineer Regiment.
Yep, that's a smoke grenade. It's gonna change colors to rainbow. Watch this. It's gonna be the Tutor. Here we go.
Deploying more smoke. This is our candy cane, ladies and gentlemen. How many rotations will she do? That's 2.
3,
4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 rotations through the sky. How dizzy do you think she is right now? And now Petty Officer 2nd Class Stewart will make her way towards the drop zone for her landing. The very first formation we saw in today's demonstration. One jumper breaking away. Coming out of the rain, they hear the gas go down. Corporal Keenan Short coming in now, creating some speed. Flaring his canopy, converting that airspeed into lift, which is what allows for those smooth run-on landings. And as our last jumper comes into land, please give it up for our last 3 jumpers.
Next up, the star of the show for many, the Mix 17 PF. And now the Mix 17 is ready to take off. The Mix 17 PF is a model that was exactly the same, except it's flown by different pilots, and it's flying for 2025. Although it flew in 2023, this is the 2nd season it flew at AERO Gatineau Airshow. Now, on the roll, here comes Mix 17 PF. You might notice that I called the Mix 17F the PF because it was kind of hard to tell which variant is which, but we found out that it was definitely the F variant for this year's Mix 17 demo. We present you the Mix 17. We present you the Mix 17 PF. Here he comes for a bottom side pass. Three, 4.
Get ready for an absolute adrenaline rush for the high-speed pass.
That's not the top speed. It's a vertical climb. This is one of the stars of the AERO Gatineau Airshow 2025 because we haven't seen the MiG-17 since 2023, except we have a different pilot, Michael, he has quite the entertaining solo sequence for this year's MiG-17.
Get ready for an absolute adrenaline rush for the high-speed pass. Oh yeah!
Next pass will be the high-speed pass. And wait till Zachary says more. He says,
Very shortly, can. And what till I say more?
he's performing another maneuver.
I say more again.
For another vertical climb.
Oh my god!
At the top side.
Yep. Afterburners engaged. Oh yeah!
Yep. I saw the speed brakes too. Now that was quite the final time we would see the MiG-17 this year. It was quite a crazy sight to see a MiG-17 Russian fighter jet built in Russia, in the United States, and even in Canada. It's great to see it back. It's time for some warbirds now, and here go 3 of them that are about to launch into the air. And this is the Victory Flight, also known as the Vintage Wings Heritage Flight. That's right, it's time for one of my favorite warbirds of the day, the World War II fighter warbirds of the Microparter collection, and this is the Victory Flight, Heritage Flight. This will be a crazy fighter sequence, and as we'll see, only 4 passes, and as we'll see, a special Snowbird tour will follow. And the MiG-17 is now taxiing by. Hawker Hurricane. Yeah, I'm just filming for YouTube. Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel?
I sure do.
Nice. About planes?
Yeah.
Cool.
We've been having dreams of maybe becoming a snowbird pilot like you.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. Really? Why not? You gotta join the military though.
Yeah. You'll still be in the Royal Canadian Air Force. That'll be fun. And speaking of that, you saw the warbirds take off? The fighters.
Did you see the Corsair? Has it flown yet?
No, not yet.
Put its wings up yet?
Um,
You know the wings, how they fold?
yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. We'll see it later. This big blue one here.
Yeah, it's an F4U Corsair.
Yes. Do you want to see my plane or any plane? Oh yeah.
Yeah, your plane. Yeah. Speaking of that, we can actually see the Christen Eagle because it's right next to me. So how was life? How was the Royal Canadian Air Force?
It's great. Get to do this cool job.
Yeah, it's very fun.
No complaints.
Yep, not gonna lie.
Speaking of that, I hear the warbirds coming.
Yep.
So we're gonna watch them as they come right over.
Good ear.
And a P-51 Mustang.
Which one's your favorite?
Obviously,
Mine would be the Hawker Hurricane. Uh-oh. This ain't gonna be good. That's why. It's blowing smoke at us. You're also an instructor.
Yeah. I'm not very good at airplane design though.
Yeah. Unless we had an idea with the Royal Canadian Air Force commander. Wow. This jet is bigger than I thought it was. Yeah.
oh, this is just like what I did last year.
So there's Snowbird, the number 2 jet, from Captain Katie Clapp. Oh yeah. Oh.
Feet onto the seat.
Yeah.
Onto the seat. Step on the seat. There you go. There you go.
Are you glad to fly in with the Snowbirds?
Of course. It's awesome.
How long have you been dreaming to fly with them?
Since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see you performed later today. Yeah, I actually got a picture of Major Brett handy.
Plus de 22 000 Spitfire ont été construits dans près de 30 variantes de chasseurs.
Here they come at high speeds. Here they come. Wow. flying with the Frenchie tricolores and the red arrows.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Do you
cool.
want to see an upgraded one?
Sure.
It has the monitors you're talking about inside.
Oh, it's number 10.
See, it looks nice with those monitors in the front.
That's what I saw. That's what I would do to the to our jets. I would do a flight sim, put it in a flight simulator, so it'll be much easier to understand. Probably even teenagers like me that are 16 could actually fly it, no problem. So that's a CF-18 Hornet. It's pretty big. The PC-12s are up next.
Honor the memory of all those who sacrificed their lives in the defense of freedom. But it's also a great way for us to tell the story of how aviation has evolved over the years. Le retour de Bergaille, notre Mustang, Philip Edwards. Chasseurs de la Deuxième Guerre mondiale, il y en a un troisième.
That was great. After that great opportunity of a lifetime to sit inside of a Snowbird jet, it's now time for Lewis and his FG-1D Corsair daytime display, his final display of this airshow season of Gatineau.
The recognizable features of the Corsair, of course, to clear the ground. Louis Horschel pulling up and rolling the beautiful Corsair through the barrel roll. A classic aerobatic maneuver as well as a dogfighting maneuver in order to evade enemy aircraft. Également par Chance Bond, écrit également fabriqué sous licence par Goodyear au plus gros des efforts de guerre.
I haven't said that. 1, 2, 3, a 4-point roll. Of the Royal Canadian Air Force. It is the CT-1D
Corsair. Another graceful, beautiful barrel roll being performed by Louis Horschel. This airplane built in
Here's the second one.
Post-restoration in 2014. In 2017, it was sold to Black Pearl 51 and is now based in Western New York, Navy's Legacy Flight Program.
So this is the F4U Corsair, and it's doing 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8-point roll. U Corsair. That's the photo pass. There's Bone Shaker.
With the Jackasses, he's the lead pilot in a 3-ship formation team. A massive propeller. Again, notice the
Now, Katie Clapp is somewhere else. At least I got to see her jet. There's a Spitfire. Here comes another display that I've never seen before, and it's now time for the PC-12 flight to take off for their display for today. Yeah, you can put it somewhere. Here they come.
The squadron 10.
Here they are, the PC-12s.
All right, we have PC-12s on the takeoff roll from the left.
Oui. Je pense que c'est une première, comme je disais. On a eu cette première formation impromptue aujourd'hui, alors qu'on a vu deux appareils de ligne très haut dans le ciel qui ont passé ce qui nous semblait être en formation. Mais regardez bien maintenant les deux oiseaux noirs de chrono, les PC-12. Pascal Fournier dans l'avion de tête et Martin Limon dans le deuxième PC-12 qui se rapproche.
Now, we were supposed to see a Yak 55, but it wasn't able to make it, not even for Valera Airshow, so they they brought in 2 of these PC-12s to take over for the Yak 55 replacement.
Well, we call that the dirty pass, not because the aircraft are dirty and in need of a bath or a shower. It's because they've got a whole lot of drag being generated by the landing gear being down, as well as the flaps being down. 4-seat passenger cargo combi layout and an air ambulance setup housing 2 litters and 3 attending medics. Now, if you look off to the west, you'll see that our formation has changed just a little bit. We call this the trail formation. Our last chance to see the PC-12s in formation.
Here they come. You've been watching the PC-12 as they break to land. And a break to land. These aircraft are used to transport medical emergencies, even passengers.
Alors que chacun prend un circuit de droite et l'autre dans un circuit de gauche. Ils vont revenir en arrière.
These aircraft are also able to carry medical personnel and even like 9 or 10 passengers. 4,700 kilograms. The takeoff weight.
Very comfortable 528 kilometers an hour and has a range of over 3,400 kilometers. Now, of course, that is in 0 wind condition.
Oh, Christen Eagle.
If you have a headwind, of course, you're not going to get that far because airspeed and distance, of course, is relative to the air around you. So it might take you a little bit longer if you got a headwind. So
look how beautiful this aircraft is.
As well for the aircraft, but a truly remarkable workhorse, the PC-12.
Ouais, et on a eu le télément sur la piste ici. Les oiseaux noirs, comme les appelés, et puis la piste PC-12 de Chrono. Chrono qui, outre les PC-12, en mobilisement aérien au Québec. Ils ont des Beechcraft 1910, des Dash 8 modèle 100 et également des Boeing 737-800.
We've got our Christen Eagle taxi down to the end of runway 09. We can bring in those incredible PC-12s.
Oui, vous allez pouvoir les voir de près, mesdames et messieurs.
Get ready, they're gonna taxi by us.
Pascal dans le premier appareil et Martin Yvon dans le second. Martin Yvon qui, un peu plus tard cet après-midi, va tirer sa révérence. On les voit maintenant qui nous arrivent de loin. On les salue au passage. Les PC-12 de Chrono. Regardez le sourire des pilotes à l'intérieur de ces 2 appareils. Venez nous voir, ils vous regardent.
Now time for one of my favorite Canadian aerobatic pilots, and now it's time for Trevor Rafferty as I'll turn the camera around so we can see Trevor Rafferty and his solo display with his Christen Eagle II. Now let's turn back over there. Here comes Trevor with his Christen Eagle. He's gonna scare us.
All right, folks, on the takeoff roll. This is
Trevor Rafferty. Get ready, Grandma. Here he goes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Trees, Trevor, trees.
Gosh, he gets my heart racing every time he does that. Trevor Rafferty and the Christen Eagle, an aerobatic machine that was designed and built to compete directly with the Hit Special. Hanging upside down as he goes down the show line. The blood rocket through his head.
Now we're gonna listen to the narrator of the airshow announcer that is talking about Trevor Rafferty, as he'll explain of why Trevor Rafferty is not using his Pitts Model 12. Instead, he's using the Christen Eagle II today for the rest of the 2025 airshow schedule. Just enjoy it if you want.
Presque son rêve, le Christen Eagle II, un appareil qui a été conçu au milieu des années 70 pour faire de la voltige aérienne, un appareil créé pour la voltige, un pilote né pour la voltige. Regardez-les ensemble dans le ciel de Gatineau.
Kicking it over in the hammerhead. Watch for the stop roll on the down line. There's the recovery just above the ground, falling on a mistake. He's reached an average 4 to 5 positive Gs as he pulls out of that maneuver here at Show Center. Like we said earlier with Alexi's performance, the key to a good airshow performance is to keep it right in front of the crowd. And he uses that negative pushover to get turned around. He's converting all of that altitude into airspeed as he hangs upside down for just a couple of moments there. Now he has the necessary smash or energy that he needs to perform this next maneuver. Over the top, giving us a great look at that beautiful paint job of the Christen Eagle, built in the 1960s.
Et on revient pour faire la
Now, Trevor was scheduled to perform at this airshow using his incredible Pitts
Model 12.
But unfortunately, due to technical problems with the engine, he had to do an emergency landing on a highway down in the United States.
Oh, wow.
We had a very good friend of his say, hey, do you want to use my Christen Eagle? And being the gentleman that he is, at first he declined because he didn't want to use someone else's machine. But then he acquiesced, and we're very thankful for that because he was able to complete his airshow schedule using this incredible Eagle II biplane. Look at him roll down the show line.
Wow! Allez droit tout en valeur ici, mesdames et messieurs. Et on tourne en vol inversé.
Outside turn.
C'est négatif.
I think he's demonstrating why he's such an accomplished aerobatic and competition aerobatic pilot. Did you notice how he maintained altitude?
Yeah, he's having fun.
C'est la carlingue de la circulation dans les airs, la puissance, le lendemain.
I can imagine he bumped his head a couple of times on the canopy as he spun around in that Lupsilac.
On se sent peut-être comme dans une laveuse à spin dans cette manœuvre.
Feels like a hangover, not that I speak from experience.
So Trevor Rafferty is actually having a great time today, both like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday today. Oh, an outside pull-up. This was built in a third floor apartment. That's awesome. A 4-point roll. Hesitation roll. Alright, let's turn our attention towards Bone Shaker. Rick Hollywood Cop is about to get ready to start up. Inverted pass coming in. Yep, it's an inverted pass. It's also a next-gen Eagle. The Christen Eagle next-gen Eagle is actually a very good aircraft. I actually saw this at Valera Airshow just last week in a 2-shift formation.
What's going to do next as he dives back in at the western end of the field?
À quelques pieds d'ailleurs. Voilà ce qu'on disait.
Oh,
On appelle le voltige
look at him go.
à quelques pieds du sol
He is
seulement.
side-slipping.
Side slipping into the wind, just maintaining about 15 or 20 feet above the runway as the smoke comes on.
Aucune marge de manœuvre pour pas échapper son avion dans ce passage.
As Trevor Rafferty completes his display, Now Rick Hollywood Cop will be starting up the Bone Shaker jet truck as he's getting ready to race. Rick Hollywood Cop now is gonna light the stacks, light the afterburners, get your cameras ready. Wait for it. Plug your ears. Here it comes. Out of the smoke. Wait for it. It's gonna be Trevor Rafferty versus Rick Hollywood Cop in the Bone Shaker.
Yesterday, Trevor challenged Bone Shaker to a race, and by an eagle's beak, Trevor won that race, and Bone Shaker said, I want a rematch. So here we go.
Watch this. Those are like balloons popping or fireworks. Look at him. Now that's just a little burst. It's like a tenth of what it's got.
Has 18,000 horsepower and a maximum thrust
here he
with
comes.
afterburner, 36,000 pounds of thrust.
Mesdames et messieurs, l'avion que vous voyez en moteur de 200
Watch,
forces.
he's gonna give us a
Bone
firepower.
Shaker, le camion. C'est un international
It's actually the fastest truck, not the
légèrement,
fastest, but when it
avec
laughs
un
and
moteur
smarts, it
de
makes up for
18 000
firepower.
forces, avec une poussée de 12 000 livres. Et là, c'est la force de production de maintenant, 46 000 livres de poussée.
Bone Shaker with Michael Cobb at the steering wheel of that incredible jet truck, trying to intimidate Trevor with all that smoke and all that fire. And here comes Trevor. He says, "Oh, that's none of that. Let me just like you there."
Et il faut dire que Rick Cop a été un peu frustré hier.
This is the second time Bone Shaker's ever been to Gatineau. He was here in 2022.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah, here he's coming in. He's looking serious, I can tell. Here we go, and 2, 3, fire! Oh yeah! The plane's way out front. Here comes the Bone Shaker! Woohoo!
A win again for Trevor Rafferty.
Trevor
and the
Rafferty.
Christen Eagle II.
Guess who's buying the night? Trevor Rafferty.
2 en 2, mesdames et messieurs. Notre petit appareil de 200 forces contre Bone Shaker de 18 000 livres de poussée. De 18 000 forces, pardon. C'est pas entre 80 et 100 litres. C'est entre 80 et 100 gallons.
The winner was
que ce monstre consomme.
James. The winner is Trevor Rafferty in the Christen Eagle. Trevor Rafferty must be very happy.
Et un Trevor Rafferty extrêmement fier au commande.
That is absolutely correct. You know, I was checking our notes. The Christen Eagle is a 1970s design. Bone Shaker, more of a early 80s designed truck. Again, in 1981, International Transstar 4300.
Oh, he's coming for us.
Oh, Trevor qui va aller faire un tour devant vous.
Give us some smells.
Le vainqueur de la course, mais également celui qui a fait la voltige sur les deux.
Good job. The winner is Trevor Rafferty.
C'est pour dire de son, mais ce n'est pas son Christen Eagle II, c'est un Christen Eagle II d'un de ses amis.
Very, very happy with both that performance as well as that race with Bone Shaker. I know Trevor's going to be a gentleman when he sees Michael Cobb in the hot pit later on. There might be some tennis shaking. There might be some gentle ribbon going on. 200 horsepower wins again.
Imaginez-vous s'il avait été au
That's the second race that Trevor Rafferty has won the race. But that was pretty good because Bone Shaker Rick Hollywood Cup actually gave him a 1 second head start.
Now, of course, something that we're not really saying that loudly is
Les flammes sortir des tuyaux d'échappement de ce camion interstellar.
He's giving us some fire because he's got the smoke coming out of his stacks.
Une belle pièce, un beau camion. Vraiment un performeur, vraiment extrêmement sympathique que Rick. On essaie au passage. Il nous réchauffe l'atmosphère un petit peu en passant avec les tuyaux d'échappement.
Now, the F4U Corsair, the F4U Corsair, it's about to take off, ready for its departure, because the Corsair is about to head home. And the CJ6 is going to be taking off soon. Now here comes the aircraft that was built in China. It's the CJ6 that'll be doing its full demo, its full aerobatic display.
Infiniment, si vous voyez les gens avec les vestes de haute visibilité et les t-shirts rouges. Faites-leur un beau sourire, le pouce en l'air ou encore mieux, dites-leur merci. C'est vraiment grâce à eux qu'on peut
Air Show in Toronto.
Now here comes the F4U Corsair as its departure. Now wave goodbye to the F4U Corsair.
Big, amazing air shows in a row, and it's been a pleasure to be at all of them.
It was an honor and a pleasure for this F4U Corsair and the pilots to come here to AERO Gatineau. It's very fun to fly in a Corsair.
We just heard from Louis Horschel on board the Corsair that he just wants to say thank you so much for being an outstanding audience. He loves being here in Gatineau. Again, a personal message to all you fine folks here in the greater Gatineau area, how much he loved being here this weekend. And apparently this is a smoke check for me.
Ah, et pourquoi?
I can tell Dan that his smoke system works very, very well. Getting ready for his display in the Nanchang CJ6, a Chinese designed and built trainer aircraft.
Laissez-moi vous parler un peu du pilote que nous allons voir évoluer dans les prochaines minutes. Daniel Fortin, un pilote de jet privé qui est maintenant à la retraite. Il a commencé sa carrière de pilote sur planeur à l'âge de 16 ans. Comme beaucoup d'autres jeunes Canadiens, le rêve de Dan l'a amené dans les forces armées canadiennes où il a pu perfectionner ses compétences de vol et obtenir son premier coup de la voltige aérienne. Au cours de sa carrière, Dan a piloté plusieurs types d'avions, allant des planeurs monoplaces aux jets d'affaires non courriers. Il a également été pilote en chef de l'équipe de voltige aérienne les Northern Lights, où il a tenu ses certifications sur avions de haute performance, comme le Fouga Magister, le L-29 Dolphin, le F-39 Albatros et le puissant Hawker Hunter. Dans le pilote maintenant, un Nanchang CJ6 depuis 1996, sur lequel il a accumulé près de 1400 heures de vol. Dan est également le chef de formation et pilote vérificateur pour la Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum. Il est membre du Warbird of America et de la Classic Jet Aircraft Association, ainsi que du Conseil international des spectacles aériens, ICAS. Après avoir fait de la voltige pendant 10 ans, il a finalement décidé en 2005 de s'ouvrir.
And now he's gone. But let's turn back. It's now time for the CJ6A, the Red Dragon in the Sky, to take off for the low show solo display much closer to the ground.
Incredible performance. Again, this airplane, you saw Alexei fly a little bit earlier on. This is standard tech. And the show will be quite an strength, a highly experienced, a highly talented.
And then right now, the CJ6.
Le CJ6 et Daniel Martin aux commandes.
The CJ6, once again, it was a Chinese product. It's supposed to be a trainer for the People's Liberation Army Air Force, I think. Or it's actually just built in China just to be a trainer. Train pilots to fly aircraft.
For the triple pole maneuver. Here's the first pole. Bring up into that beautiful blue sky we have here this afternoon. And before he runs out of airspeed, here's the second pole. Floating over the top. Before he runs out of altitude, is the third pole. Le tonneau barriqué, le barrel roll. Rolling the airplane onto the back, holding it for just a second, and then rolling back upright as Michelle described it, the hesitation roll. From our right.
A 4-point hesitation roll.
There's
1,
to knife edge.
2 to knife edge.
There's
3 and 4.
The 4-point hesitation roll. Another beautiful top-side pass by Dan Burtan in the Nanshan CJ6.
Oui, Daniel Fortin qui a reçu l'autorisation du directeur de vol de s'amuser un peu. Donc, il va...
They check still about anything that they need to be working on with the airplane. And then our pilots...
Here he comes again for one last pass.
that's immediately following, or about 20 to 25 minutes
There he
after
goes,
their
Gemma.
performance here this afternoon.
Daniel qui nous
One
revient
last
maintenant
pass.
de l'Ouest. Il s'amuse. Hey, superbe appareil, gang. Regardez-le. Comme vous disiez, c'est quand même un appareil qui est plus long, qui est lourd. Et Daniel va travailler fort pour le maintenir, mais il peut faire de façon exceptionnelle.
Oh, this is going to be a good maneuver. This is how he puts his gear down. Pull up, and then he rolls.
Et regardez bien, vol inversé, le train d'atterrissage va se ressortir.
And his gear comes down.
Et maintenant, il est prêt.
And that's it for the CJ6 display. What a
In
tremendous
addition
display
to flying
nonetheless.
airplanes, Dan is an avid motorcyclist who likes to roam on two wheels just about anywhere, having traveled to Europe and Africa on his trusted motorcycle. He is also a Canadian sport parachutist of those mountains. A native of Victoriaville, Canada originally, Dan Christen doing a beautiful job here today in the Nanchang.
And then Nangsheng CJ6.
Such a great
Coming
final
into
maneuver
land.
too, isn't it, Michelle? With rolling into that barrel roll, he's got the airplane super clean, and as he rolls away from us, he pops that landing gear. Yeah, it's a gear up maneuver as he extends the landing gear and setup for his landing. And there he is, indeed, just touching down on runway 09.
Bonhomme sympathique en plus. Hein? Une chance que c'est un caractère doux parce que si jamais, et vous allez pouvoir le voir, parce que je suis certain que Daniel va aller faire un tour également lui aussi à l'attente des autographes. C'est ce qu'on appelle une pièce d'homme. Il mesure 6 pieds, je ne sais pas combien de pouces de plus. Un bonhomme avec une poignée de main engageante, disons. Daniel Fortin.
For 10 in the CJ6.
So, this was a great display for the CJ6. It wasn't too bad for a start.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, de salut au passage. Et laissez-moi vous dire qu'il vous remarque, il vous regarde, il vous salue lui aussi. Dan Fortin, aux commandes du Nanchang.
Stand there for 10 taxis by waiting to it. So we're going to have to launch a few airplanes here. We've got our MiG-17 that needs to depart momentarily so that he can head on home.
MiG-17 will be next, I guess, to departure.
See the twin-engine aircraft also taxiing out. The support plane for the MiG-17 team. We'll just hold Dan Fortin here at the hold short line, right in front of our broadcast location, and then
We got some aircraft making their departure.
and their support aircraft. That twin-engine aircraft, another fine Cessna product.
Finally, after CJ6 taxis and parks, like, it's been a great display, like, especially with all that smoke. And what a tremendous display nonetheless. And it's great to have them back.
I'm looking out in the hot pit and I can see they're readying our Royal Canadian Air Force CF-18 Hornets as well. Give our support crew for the MiG-17 a wave as they take off and head on home.
Grandma. Here we go. A flat
Spinning
spin.
down towards the ground in the Explorer, which is looks very much like a
Here's the
Citabria.
Explorer.
Now, Edith,
right up
tell
next.
us a little bit
To
more
replace
about
the
this
Lysander
airplane. It is a
warplane.
basic and intermediate aerobatic trainer aircraft.
Actually, that's the airplane Martin was using to teach aerobatics, basic aerobatics. Well, still, he was teaching 12 maneuvers, which is still good for a student. and it's a fixed pitch prop, and it has a 160 horsepower engine.
Now, he's obviously working very, very hard in the cockpit of this airplane, partly because of the propeller that's on the engine, but also, or on the aircraft, but also because of the high wing. When I see a high-winged aircraft like that, I think like a Cessna 172 or a 150, something that you don't experience with very much.
Actually, it's a great glider. It glides pretty well. And what is hard and difficult with that is to manage his energy, because he doesn't have a prop that he can adjust. It's fixed, so he has to manage the speed.
Vous avez dit hier qu'il a fait à peu près une quinzaine de propositions de mariage, des gens qui louent un avion avec une bannière. Et c'est là qu'il dit qu'on vous a posé la question hier, est-ce que c'était la façon que Martin vous avait proposé le mariage? Et vous avez dit non.
Non, Martin a une manière assez spéciale. Il était sur un cours de survie à Winnipeg. Il y a eu une semaine intense. Lorsqu'il est revenu, c'est à ce moment-là qu'il m'a demandé un mariage.
And of course, this is a tailwheel airplane, which is a little bit more of a difficult aircraft to operate when it's on the ground or in takeoff. Hey, look at him spin the airplane down towards the ground. I guess you can do your tailwheel endorsement in an aircraft like this.
Yes, if you want to learn tailwheel, you can give Martin a call, and he still teaches tailwheels.
Look at that, a beautifully executed hammerhead, giving us a good look at that sunburst paint scheme on the top wing of this Citapria, also known as the Explorer.
35 ans d'expérience. Martin Yvon, depuis 35 ans, fait de la voltige. On a parlé un peu de son avion, mais je peux parler de Martin, mais Martin a été dans les forces armées canadiennes, a été pilote sur le CF-18 et même il a été un des chanceux qui a été dans un programme d'échange avec la US Navy sur porte-avions.
Oui, c'est quelque chose que Martin est très fier. Il y a peu de pilotes au Canada qui ont leur qualification sur porte-avions et on a eu cette chance-là 3 ans en Californie où il y a été 3 fois sur le porte-avions.
Look at how tight that 360-degree turn was right there.
It's an 8G turn now.
And then culminating with a step roll there outside of that 360-degree turn.
Pour dire, Martin doit aller au maximum.
In the Explorer, get your cameras ready as he goes by.
Et Jim, c'est la dernière passe en voltige de mon mari, là.
La dernière passe, il doit être facile.
Pas seulement lui, là.
Now here comes the C-45 of the Royal Canadian Air Force, or Canadian
last
Queen.
Week he had a little oopsie with his yak. The engine decided to stop and fly, so he landed in a...
continue à
voler, soyez sans crainte, il continue, il va rester dans le cockpit, c'est certain. Martin a un
And touchdown.
Il a enseigné à son fils de voler.
Je pense que nous sommes avec le nom de travers.
And it's been so great to get to know you over the years. Let's stay in touch. Hopefully we see you at an air show again sometime soon in a different capacity. I gotta ask though, what's next? Is this just the close of one chapter and the opening of a new chapter?
Well, keep following us on Facebook and we'll see. I think Martin will take his breath for a short while and we have something special coming up.
Okay.
We have just witnessed the final display of this special pilot here. What a great display. Now he's coming towards us.
Here's the curtain call, folks. Martin Yvon in the Explorer taxiing down in front of us.
Ouais. La descente du rideau de la carrière de voltige aérienne de Martin Yvon.
I'm sure with a quiet engine like that one, he'll be able to hear your cheers and your round of applause.
On l'applaudit, on le salue, mesdames et messieurs. Un bonhomme qui nous a éblouis depuis 35 ans maintenant, qui tire sa révérence.
And checking out our MiG-17 Fresco. On
Look,
its way
here's the
home.
MiG-17.
Thank you to Michael Turfer and Fighter Jets Incorporated for joining us here this weekend.
Okay, d'accord, tu t'en vas à la gare droite, mesdames et messieurs. Woo!
Anything's off on a high note.
Ouais.
Always wanting just a little bit more. That's what he's doing there.
Yeah.
A couple of donuts out there. Now, folks, don't go away. We've gone to the next that I didn't know.
À droite, si vous préférez, au sein de la piste 27, le MiG-17. Et à l'arrêt,
The MiG-17, the MiG-17 PF is about to depart.
au retour à la maison, vous aurez l'occasion pour la dernière fois de voir dans le ciel de Gatineau cette année le MiG-17.
Now wave goodbye to the MiG-17.
All right, the MiG-17 on its way home. Give them one last wave goodbye. Michael Turfer from Fighter Jets Incorporated.
And now, since the MiG-17 has made its departure, it's now time for the C-45, known as Canadian Queen, for its solo display. For a topside pass. Unfortunately, the Geronimo team is sadly canceled for today. But we're gonna have a display of the C-45. That's why I came here. I don't think we have a 737 today. I think that's mostly it for this aircraft. The Canadian Queen C-45.
Canadian Queen. Messieurs, Dave qui a décidé de revenir sur ses pas pour faire un petit poulet encore.
I think he's giving Martin Yvonne a bit of a salute out there with another round of smoke show.
Where's the plane?
He's gone IFR, instrument play rolls.
Ouais, j'ai l'impression que Dave a décidé de revenir sur ses pas et de repasser plus près de la foule et vous allez pouvoir voir de très très près le travail de restauration qu'on a fait sur ce C-45 Beach Expeditor. Airwick aux commandes de son Expeditor.
That's it for Canadian Queen of the Royal Canadian Air Force C-45. In just a minute, we're gonna turn things over to the CF-18 Tactical Demo.
Pour vous dans les prochaines secondes.
It's the quiet before the thunder.
That's thunder, baby.
Just doing his final checks to make sure that the Hornet is ready to go for its
You can
display
hear it.
here today. Going to be treated
Nothing,
to a
nothing.
tactical
Focus.
demonstration of the CF-18 Hornet.
Alright, it's about time for a tactical CF-18 Hornet. It's gonna be a big display. Anyways, I can hear the whistle. The Snowbirds will be coming up next.
Now let's watch, folks, as Colonel Renison pours the coal to the fire as our CF-18 Hornet is on the job.
Les voici, le CF-18 au décollage. CF-18 Hornet, are you ready?
Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, le gardien du ciel du Canada, le fidèle.
And now, the tactical demonstration today comes from the CF-188A Hornet, an entertaining tactical solo sequence, and after that, our Canadian Forces Snowbirds will be up next with Captain Katie Clapp. There's the first pass. This CF-18 Hornet is based at CFB Bégaville in Quebec. The CF-18 Hornets you see are both based from Bégaville and Cold Lake. But these two are based at Bégaville, Quebec. The CF-18 Tactical Demo pilot is actually Captain Colonel Redison flying the tactical CF-18, as the second CF-18 that was here at Gatineau was flown by Captain Jesse Hingard-Smith, callsign Modem, the CF-18 demo pilot of 2022 and 2023 that we saw.
Serving a long and distinguished career in the Royal Canadian High-Speed Pass by your CF-18 Hornet.
Here he comes, the high-speed pass. The tactical CF-18 demonstration has taken over for the CF-18 demonstration team, as it was stood down in 2025. But it's been saying some people to know, like some people saying, will the CF-18 demonstration team return for 2026? But we will find out in 2026. So from the right, the canopy pass. The CF-18 Hornet is actually a great multi-role fighter for the Royal Canadian Air Force as both a supersonic and supersonic trainer jet, because we have two different variants. The difference between the A and the B model is that the A model, the A variant, is a single seat, and then the B model is a twin seat trainer or fighter aircraft. This is the CF-18 Hornet A, also a single seat tactical jet. The CF-18 is quite a great aircraft with its beautiful twin engines, that it is powered by the General Electric turbofan jet engines, the F404 GE400 afterburning engines, producing over 32,000 pounds of thrust, which is more thrust than all 11 Snowbirds combined, as it can perform a vertical climb during takeoff. With those two F404 engines producing over 32,000 pounds of thrust, this propels this jet aircraft to over to top speed up to Mach 1.8, or 2,200 kilometers per hour, or 1,190 miles per hour. It's kind of hard to say that losing the only fighter jet demonstration team that we had in the Royal Canadian Air Force, but some to say that they're hoping, like who knows if there'll be a return of the demonstration team with both tactical and aerobatic maneuvers coming back for 2026. Here comes the CF-18. Mesdames et messieurs, la CF-18. How about that? Here he comes.
Very closely, as this aircraft was also designed to land on aircraft carriers. So, well, he's not going to let the wheels touch this side. The CF-18 can serve in its air-to-ground role.
Watch this.
Banking in, now diving towards the target.
Yep, this is how you shoot down.
He's getting closer, maintaining his speed. Right now he says, trigger down. And here's his evasive maneuver.
After many years of having a competition, the F-35A Lightning has actually been selected as the Hornet successor, and also the JAS-39 Gripen E is in the assembly line, and the first F-35 is due to arrive in 2026, although 2 squadrons of upgraded Hornets still need to remain in use until at least 2032.
And go.
Since the CF-18 Hornet might retire in 2032, some say that it might stay longer as a backup aircraft to work alongside the Lightning II and the Gripen E, known as the AERO II for the Royal Canadian Air Force, more than just having just 2 jets operating with the Royal Canadian Air Force in the future, because it would be a helpful idea to keep the CF-18 to fly alongside the other 2 jets as a backup aircraft whenever the other ones are not able to fly in a different location.
To support the Hornet's role as a aircraft carrier-based airplane. Of course, Canada does not have aircraft carriers, but in its use with the Marines as well as the United States Navy, of course, using aircraft carriers.
Et c'est pourquoi d'ailleurs que nos CF-18 ont les crochets.
Now he's taking off. Bring me the heat. Man, that was quite the tremendous display of the CF-18. So it's got those tanks on the bottom. Like, what a tremendous tactical demo nonetheless. Towing it away so it could depart after the Snowbirds. I see Katie clap. I like that music.
Once they reach their aircraft, they will carry out their final check. The pilots will don their parachutes and then check the seat. And in just a few minutes, we'll be ready for
There's the crew of the Snowbirds, and the pilots are right behind. The crew is wearing black, and the pilots are wearing red. Two more pilots to go. Finally, it's time for the Snowbirds to close the show. And let's go to the cockpit of Snowbird 1. Finally, after the CF-18 tactical demonstration, it's time for our Canadian Forces Snowbirds to close the show for their final display, their final Canadian Airshow display of the 2025 Airshow season. So let's listen for Snowbird 1 as he goes for the check-in. We've seen the Gatineau Airshow have a tremendous display today, including a big tour with the Snowbird 2 pilot of Captain Katie Clapp and her Snowbird jet sitting inside the cockpit. But it's time now to close the Gatineau Airshow, and we can't close the show without a big 9-ship aerobatic team, and you can't do better than our Canadian Forces Snowbirds of the Royal Canadian Air Force. And while the Snowbirds are taxiing, we also want to say a great thank you to the Snowbird 2 pilot, Captain Katie Clapp, for giving us a great opportunity to sit inside of a Snowbird cockpit jet before this jet retires in 2030. And hopefully we'll be able to sit inside this Snowbird jet in the future of the next airshow season. Even if Captain Katie Clapp is retired from the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, and she'll hand it over probably to Major Steve Tim for the next few seasons after he took a year off after flying as Snowbird 3 in 2024. Watch, they're not even gonna stop. They're just gonna take off. They're just gonna turn around and just throttle up. Not even slow down. Now here come the Snowbirds. I give you the 2025 Snowbirds and their final stop in Canada. Off they go. Quick shakeout formation. Soon they're gonna join up. So they're about to perform.
Straight ahead as the pilots are setting up for what we call the shakeout. This procedure starts with a positive 5G pull, then a negative 2G push, followed by a smoke check. We use it to test both the aircraft and the pilot's bodies to ensure they're both ready for the show.
No hat.
And if you look closely, you'll be able to spot the smoke trails as well.
Once again, the Canadair CT-114 Tutor, built in early 1960s, was the primary jet trainer of the Royal Canadian Air Force until the year 2000. The jet you see now is specially modified and upgraded to fly alongside the Snowbirds. They kept this solely just for the Snowbirds. They were supposed to be retired 15 years ago, but they've been extended till 2030.
Watch for those 9 iconic twinkling
lights.
And in just
Look straight ahead.
Let's listen live from the cockpit of Snowbird 1 as the team checks in.
There they are. Let's watch as the show starts. Your 2025 Canadian Forces Snowbirds. Canadian Forces Snowbirds. Snowbirds des Forces canadiennes 2025. Listen for that blue note. Now here come the Snowbirds for the inverted wedge, bottom side pass, and loop. And now they pull up into a loop. Incredibly, the Snowbirds had a great final weekend. Friday was actually a success for the practice. The Sunset Show was also a great success, even for yesterday, Saturday. It was a full, complete high show for Friday and Saturday, and including today's display on Sunday. Next up, the Snowbirds are repositioning from the right for the classic Big Diamond roll and loop. And what a great formation for the Canadian Forces Snowbirds, as they have their famous Big Diamond Roll and Loop. The Snowbirds are very popular because they have one of the oldest jets that broke the world record, even since other aerobatic teams kept their jets since their jet teams were formed. And the Canadair CT-114 Tutor was retired in the training role in the year 2000, but now it's still here with the Snowbirds. And the jet engine that it has, the General Electric J85 turbo jet engine producing over 2,700 pounds of thrust. It propels this relatively light aircraft up to speeds up to 486 miles per hour. There was also another display team that was also formed in 1967 to celebrate 100 years of Canadian independence as an H ship, and they were known as the Golden Centenaires. They flew for one season only just to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Canadian independence. Let's watch as the Snowbirds present the Hero Split, one of their newest maneuvers of the year. There's Kitty Cop over there. From your left, Snowbird 8, and your left, Snowbird 9. They'll now confirm and perform.
Right, Snowbirds 8 and 9 are repositioning for the knife edge pass.
Watch this. Look left and right as the Snowbirds 8 and 9 reposition for opposition passes. Pay attention, look. Watch this. It's hopefully expected that the CT-114 Tutor of the Snowbirds will be able to stay until 2030, because now soon there'll be a new upgrade of Tutors with new glass cockpits and also new avionics to keep the jet flying until its target retirement date. Here we go again. From behind, Snowbirds 1 through 7 change to a big wedge into the big Aero loop. And you're probably wondering why the Snowbirds are using this jet for so long since 1971. Because this is not just any jet. Because with its straight wing design and its final tune controls, it makes it a classic sports car of the air. With its sectoral maintenance it receives by their qualified technicians, the Tutor continues to serve as the perfect platform for aerobatic formation displays. Canopy in the Mirror Pass. Awesome, isn't it? Now look straight ahead. Look straight ahead for Snowbirds 1 through 7 as they run in for their trademark maneuver, the Canada Burst.
Straight ahead as the team returns for the awe-inspiring and iconic
Canada Burst. This is their trademark maneuver, the Canada Burst. Let's listen to Snowbird 1 calls Snowbird Split now.
Look straight ahead for the twizzle.
Here they are. Snowbirds 1 through 5. Roll and loop. The line of breath, roll and loop. This maneuver is for you. And as the Snowbirds draw a heart, this is one of the aerobatic teams. They've been flying these Tutors since 1971, and they've been upgraded multiple times. Except the jets surely haven't changed, unlike other aerobatic teams that switch jets every 30 years. These are just one of the 2 aerobatic teams that don't switch jets.
Snowbirds would like to dedicate today's heart to the kids of our captain of our public at office over 6.
This is the layback cross. Here we go, Grandma. Get ready for the Snowbirds as they present the 4-wing cross. Here they come for the next opposition passes, the crossing maneuvers. Double diamond roll. Here they come. Let's watch as they run in for the double diamond roll.
Been around the world a couple times and now I'm back. Hate to admit it, but I was missing you bad. Read a little out around the show in my own. Dancing in my hoodie.
From behind, the solos will fly right over and roll over. Let's watch as the solos rejoin the rest of the team and they present the Tornado.
The Snowbirds would like to present this next maneuver to Sam and Brooke, who are here with our RCAF Commander, Major General Spicer Blanchette. This one goes out to you. From Regina, Saskatchewan. Number 3 Alpha.
For the Snowbirds, we would like to take this opportunity to highlight our dedicated technicians to ensure we have safe and operational jets day in and day out. Their performance is simply would not have been possible without these amazing members of our team. Here comes one of my favorite passes, the big lineup rest formation. The Snowbirds are one of the only aerobatic teams I have ever seen that have only performed this straight line maneuver. This straight line formation, it's very hard for most aerobatic teams, but the Snowbirds could actually take an opportunity to make and form this formation for their former display team.
And aviator Jeffrey Castillo from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and our mobile support vehicle operator, Corporal Isabel.
Now get your cameras ready because this is let's give them a big round of applause for our 9-plane lineup rest formation. Don't put your cameras down yet. They're setting up for another photo opportunity. Next up, turn your attention to your left for the Snowbirds will give you a photo opportunity and a photo pass. Big diamond top side pass.
This will be the closest formation on display today.
As the team passes in front, get ready, Grandma. Grandma, look. As the team passes in front, you'll get a great top-down view of just how close the Snowbirds fly. That's not all yet. As the Snowbirds change to a bigger maneuver, a formation. Ready, Grandma? There's no need for that yet. Look. Next up, they're gonna change to Canada Goose formation, and they're gonna fly overhead, and then they're gonna pull into a loop. There they come, from behind. Formation. And as the Snowbirds pass over, they're gonna change, they're gonna fly over us, do a loop, and change back to big diamond formation. Your camera's ready, but flying the 9-plane aerobatic team requires most physically demanding and about split-second decision making. Snowbird 1, the boss, Major Brett Handy from Wyville, Ontario.
Worked for one final stunning split maneuver to land.
Major Brett Handy is once a CF-18 fighter pilot and was Snowbird 9 in 2011 to 2013. And he joined the team leader in 2024, and he's on his second season as the team lead. Now look straight ahead for one more impressive maneuver. Just one more final maneuver to go, and this is their victory break. And this is also known as the downward palm split. Get your cameras ready for this one, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch as the team prepares to perform the downward palm split to land. And for the 2025 Snowbirds, let's give them a big round of applause in their final Canadian performance of the 2025 Airshow season. Snowbirds, split now. Your 2025 Canadian Forces Snowbirds.
Your 2025 Canadian Forces Snowbirds.
Vos Snowbirds dépassent Canadiens 2025. You have just witnessed the final display at AERO Gatineau. You have just witnessed the final display of the Snowbirds in Canada in the Snowbirds.
What we call trails, which allows for each pilot to more easily carry out their final checks in preparation for landing.
You have just witnessed the final Canadian display in the Snowbirds' 54-year history.
874th show in the Snowbirds' 55-year history. Vous avez maintenant assisté aux 2881 spectacles dans les 50 meilleurs victoires des Snowbirds.
Season here, Rich, and all the best as you enter a new chapter in your aviation career. Give it up for Captain Rich McDougall.
On behalf of the Royal Canadian Air Force and the commander of our squadron and all members of 431 Air Demonstration Squadron, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining them today. It's been their honor and a pleasure to perform for you. And once again, you witnessed the final demo of the Snowbirds
Well,
of
folks, that
2025 in
concludes
Canada.
day number 3 of AERO Gatineau 2025, and indeed our air show this weekend. And I gotta say, you have been one outstanding audience.
There's the Snowbirds. And that's it for the Snowbirds 2025 at AERO Gatineau. Their final stop in Canada. Thanks for watching. 26.
Watch out for 10-foot tank.
What?
I found that particular aircraft was owned by some young kid. CJ6.
Why is he still here?
He's just doing a little teaser. He was just kidding around. We thought he was
Battery pack.
Well, I've had the best one myself.
That was a great display. Now the Alpha Jet is being towed out in preparation to get ready to start up and departure.
Head home back to get Seg to Baggett Club from. Not sure of what the biplane was.
Hello, Major Brett Handy. Yeah. Yep.
What's it about?
Yeah, it's about aviation, dirt bikes, and almost everything else.
Everything's a near future.
No, no food. This will be for me. Hey, that was a fun show, Katie Clapp.
Liked it?
Yeah. You'll visit this air show, will you?
I hope so.
Yeah. Are you also leaving tomorrow?
I'm leaving this week, yep.
All right.
Who would have forget a heart for this storm, eh?
Yeah.
Who would have forget for a heart?
You want a heart?
Oh, yeah.
What is your last name? I don't know.
Number 4.
Oh.
Find out.
Number 5.
I'll find out in November or maybe April.
Now for 6. 7. Snowbirds 7.
Normalement, à chaque nouvelle série, moi je viens de la droite, je viens de la gauche, et après que si on en fait 2 de suite, là, moi, on attend. Normalement, c'est moi qui viens
Snowbird 8.
de la droite. Ouais. Hey!
I watched your show, The Opposition Passes.
Yeah, well done.
Yes, thank you. I
Yeah.
hope it looked good.
Yeah, my grandma was surprised.
Oh, good.
Number 10. And now 11.
Good day. How we doing?
Great. Are you able to write in the dates, like September 14th?
We are the 14th. Thank you.
So I have 2 of these now.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. There we go. Thanks.
There's the Cybertruck. And I got all these autographs for the Snowbirds 2025. Their final stop in Canada. Thanks for watching. Follow me. Now, finally, after a long time, we'll return back for 2026 for the next airshow season. And from me, Storm Jean-Baptiste and Zach Bren, it's goodbye for now. That was great. Yeah.